Vladimir, we didn't hear your opinion on the matter. Can you enlighten us? What do you think? Would it have
I,
helped to have an interpreter in the Oval Room?
I don't know if I can enlighten you, but I'll comment on it, and then I actually want to direct another similar question to Pavel. I'm really curious in your opinion, to know your opinion. I'm actually going to disengage from this particular situation. I think it would definitely help to have an interpreter, but I know that in my experience, especially consecutive interpretation can majorly de-escalate things because by definition, and this is actually what I love about interpretation, by definition, it's good communication, right? Like you can't interrupt each other when there is an interpreter. Like in court, in depositions, in negotiations, you have a right and more than a right to say, hey, I need to finish my interpretation, please. And you do it in as polite and suave and tactful a way as possible. But I've done it tens and hundreds of times, and it's sort of like a tricky, quote unquote, in a good way to keep the tempers down, if you know what I mean. So I think that in most situations, I don't know about politics, I don't know if it would have worked. I would have tried if I were the interpreter, but in most situations, you can definitely insist on interpreting and people not screaming over each other. You know, that's my opinion. Even aside from linguistics, but I do want to comment on it linguistically. You said Zelensky's English is good, and it is. Like for a non-native speaker, kudos to him. But I think it's not good enough for diplomatic negotiations. And I've had clever people who speak fluent English as well as he does request an interpreter. I actually remember interpreting for this girl who was a Christian and went to see a rabbi because she needed a religious consultation. And she hired me, actually. And one linguistic example, this is a linguistic nuance, and you guys can comment on this, but in a post negotiations or post-drama interview, Zelensky was asked, like, what do you think about Trump's neutral position? He said, I wish the US, or maybe he said Trump, I don't remember, were at our side. I wish they were at our side. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, like Larry, especially as a native speaker, I'd like to know your opinion. To me, at my side is speaking about a dog, a sidekick, like a servile companion. Somebody who is an equal would be on your side. And these little nuances make a difference.
Президент України і вважаю, що наша країна не краще за інших, але точно не гірше.
Про це, але я зрозумію, якщо ви не зробите цього.
Так, якщо можна, я при всій повазі краще так, як ми говоримо, якщо можна.